What's going on, guys? Time for some more Minnesota Vikings franchise. We have to play the Detroit Lions once again, and here's our injury report. We only have Tyrell Johnson and Jamarcus Sanford on the injury report, so we have Donald Butler back as our middle linebacker, and I'm not going to bother to show how the Lions have been playing because we just played them 2 episodes ago. And as you guys know, Landry Jones is their starting quarterback, and they have been playing pretty well under him. So here we go. Ponder's first possession. There is a pass complete to Kyle Rudolph off the play action for 13 yards and a first down. And now on second down, Ponder to pass out of the backfield comes Adrian Peterson, who turns it upfield and gets 12 yards and another first down for Minnesota. So they're getting some offense going, and now AP busts off a nice run. That's going to be another gain of 12 into Lions territory. And on 1st and 10, Ponder is sacked. Unblocked off the edge is Justin Durant. And Minnesota's now backed up 3rd and 17. Ponder back to pass. And nobody really opened downfield, so he has to settle for Burris underneath. And that will not be enough for a first down, so Minnesota would punt. And now Landry Jones out of the shotgun. Good protection. He finds Calvin Johnson, who only had 2 catches in the Vikings last game against the Lions, but they were both for scores. So we got Landry Jones back to pass again, and protection breaks down, and Jared Allen puts him down. And now it's 3rd and long, and the Lions would eventually punt. So we will go into their next possession midway through the first quarter, and on 3rd and 16, Landry Jones going deep for Calvin Johnson, who had to step on Winfield, and the safety was slow to get over there, and Johnson's just an amazing wide receiver. And we don't have anybody who can really match up on him, and now Nick Toon making a catch over the middle. He seems to be playing well for the Lions, and I still remember that we had an opportunity to get him, and so that's just what I think about, because I wonder what like his potential is, because Darrell Roberts only has like a deep potential, so I know his overall and his stats aren't going to go up very much, if anything. And this drive ends up with a field goal after they're unable to convert on the first down, so it's 3-0 Detroit. Minnesota trying to get some offense going, and play action. Ponder fumbles the ball. It's picked up by Harlos Buchanan, and he is going to take this all the way, and so the Lions find themselves up 10-0 here in the first quarter. And Minnesota once again struggling against the Lions. So we go 3rd and 10, Ponder to pass, and he is sacked by Corey Williams, his second on the day. And the offense continues to struggle, and 3rd and 5, Landry Jones, great protection. He goes deep, and that's Nate Burleson making a great jumping catch to get the Lions a first down. And then Landry out of the shotgun, Butler coming on a blitz, but he finds Javid Best, who gets away from Sean Jones, taken down by Antoine Barnes at the 3-yard line. And then they have 3rd and goal, still out of the shotgun. Landry back to pass, going over the middle, and great play on the ball. That is knocked away, and the Lions have to settle for another field goal. And now we just give it to Adrian Peterson. He runs over a defender and turns the corner on the left sideline, and he gets to the Lions' 29-yard line. That is a huge play. And now Ponder to pass, 3rd and 8, and he's going to look left for Kyle Rudolph, who catches the ball, and he's going to get to about the 2-yard line. I run a lot of 2 tight end sets because we have 2 capable tight ends that I like a lot. And now Ponder over the middle, and that's complete to Percy Harvin. Touchdown Minnesota. They're back in this game. It's 7-13 now. Landry Jones the pass, complete to Javid Best, and he escapes a couple of defenders. Finally taken down by Sean Jones at the 36-yard line. They got a new set of downs, and Landry back to pass. A minute left in the second quarter, and great throw, and what a catch by Calvin Johnson. He is so good. And now Brandon Pettigrew with a great catch at the 29-yard line, and Detroit's in scoring range again, but Brian Robinson gets the sack, and the protection really broke down, and they got 3rd and 18 now. Need a few yards at least to get into field goal range, and there's Titus Young making a 22-yard catch over the middle. You cannot let that up on 3rd down. And now 1st and goal, end zone. Nate Burleson in the back corner doing some damage to his former team that drafted him, and it's 20-7 Detroit, and they have the ball to start the 3rd quarter. And look at this protection for Landry Jones. He just throws it for Calvin Johnson. He makes a play. That's a pretty safe bet just to throw anywhere near Calvin Johnson. He'll probably come down with it. And now 3rd and 12 from the Vikings 36-yard line. And more good protection for the Lions. And Nate Burleson eventually gets open and he's down inside of the 10-yard line, and they hand off to Jahvid Best, and he is going to run it in for a touchdown. And Detroit is now up by 21, so Minnesota has to get it going quickly if they're going to be in this game. And now Ponder going deep, and that was just a poor throw, poor decision by me, and it's picked off by Luis Delmas, looking for Visante Shenko, and the safety came over, made a great play. And the Lions take over, and play action for Landry Jones. Once again, great protection, plenty of time to pass, and Burleson gets open. And zone defense is very easy to pick apart if you're not getting a pass rush, and we have struggled with that all game. And Jahvid Best is just going to run that in for a touchdown. So Detroit up by 4 scores, but we're not giving up. We got 3rd and 2 at the 31, and there's a great catch by Kyle Rudolph, and he gets the touchdown. So Minnesota down by 3 scores, and they have to get something going quickly. So 2nd and 10 for Ponder, and he's looking left, and it's picked off by Amari Spivey, looking for Michael Jenkins. And that is a costly turnover on Detroit's side of the field. And after that, Detroit would score, and I just put in the backup so nobody would get hurt. And there's Joe Webb finding Devin Aromashodu. And the Detroit Lions really just played well this game, and I made a couple of poor decisions throwing the ball, and their safeties, Spivey and Delmas, made great plays. And so I gave Joe Webb some reps. I gave Matt Flynn some reps in a previous game, and there's a very underthrown ball that's intercepted. So overall, just a poor game. The fans at Ford Field really enjoyed this one, as the Detroit Lions really spanked us for the 2nd time this season. And now they reclaim their spot at the top of the NFC North. So we just keep trading it off. Landry Jones played a hell of a game, and we couldn't really get much going. Yeah, I had a decent average with Adrian Peterson, but when you play down by 3-4 scores, yeah, you're not really going to run the ball. Calvin Johnson and Nate Burleson tore us apart in this game, and their defensive line is really good. Sue has gotten to be a high overall, and Corey Williams is really good, and so is Cliff Averill. And so here's the standings now. We are still 10th in the NFL, and we're going to really need to bounce back from this game. And you'll see here the Jacksonville Jaguars with Andrew Luck are still winless, and next episode we play against the Chicago Bears in another division matchup. And so, if you missed the last episode, in the top left-hand corner, here we have the Vikings playing against the Tennessee Titans on the road. And the bottom right is the last Modern Warfare 3 video I put up. It's a game where I used a thermal UMP and talked about a few things, so you can check those videos out. But I will see you guys in the next episode against the Chicago Bears. Have a great day.